Hey y'all, I'm back. So I have this nicely sauteing. So I put in that cup of vegetable broth to really help it start to make and give something to steam the rest of the vegetables. It's really smelling nicely. The back pot, ooh, yes, the pasta water has come up to temperature and I'm going to use a box of veggie Tony noodles. Throw them in the back pot. Pop that down for recycling. Give it a nice stir. Add a quick hit of salt. Now, my grandmother always used to say, you have to make your pasta water as salty as the Mediterranean. So, what does that mean? It means a lot of salt, y'all, a lot of salt. So, put that in. I'm gonna cover it because a covered pot boils faster, but a watch pot never boils. So, we're gonna move on to something else. Going to stir this one again. And I'm going to turn my attention to slicing an entire little box of cherry tomatoes. Now I'm going to cut them into fourths and just place them in a little bowl because we're going to layer these into the pasta after it is completely finished. Now if you get really ripe cherry tomatoes like I have here, they're not going so well into fourths. They're kind of smishing, so I'm going to do them in halves instead. Then I'm going to run out to the garden. I'm going to get a really nice large handful of mint, and we're going to mix it in with some amazing olive oil. I'm already excited for her and for us, because of course there's a little extra. So there we go. So I'll check back with you in a few. I have pulled the pasta out and drained the pasta. So in the back burner, I'm going to put it on low. I'm going to warm up just a little bit of jarred sauce, like maybe half a jar of jarred sauce. I'm going to throw in that whole clamshell. Whoop, got a couple of little hangers there. That whole clamshell of tomatoes that I diced. I'm going to give this vegetable stir fry a nice turnover. Recover, heat off. Now I've already plated up the rice that was finished. I'm going to put in a really nice heavy helping of garlic on top of the tomatoes. I'm going to do the same with the sauteed vegetables. Also, now that the vegetables are nice and tender, I'm going to take half a cup of just sweet and sour sauce and just drizzle it over the top to give it a complexity of flavor. You guys know how I love complex flavors. Flavor is just so nice. So we'll let that continue to simmer. The broccoli is not quite yet tender, which is the perfect place for it to be. Now in the back of the pot, we have the tomatoes, the sauce, the garlic, giving it a couple of really nice stirs. Turn up to medium heat. Now, I went to the garden and I got a really nice helping of mint. Washed it, strained it, knock it right into the pot. Mint is really fantastic. Not only is it medicinally healing, oh, the smell is so refreshing. So I'm going to push it down into the tomato mixture that we have working. And here I'm going to pull out all the stops and use the Himalayan sea salt. Because of course, Himalayan sea salt is a finishing salt. If you use it as your cooking salt, all of the really amazing properties that Himalayan sea salt has really comes out and is destroyed when it's overheated. So you really want to only use it kind of at the end of your dish as you're getting ready to finish off whatever it is you're making. Ooh, excuse me. So here we go. We're going to put our pasta down in with the tomatoes. Give it a couple of really nice stirs. Put a little additional olive oil. Because remember, the pasta dish really can be served hot or cold. And I really wanted to make sure that my dear friend had some options. If she didn't feel like getting up, or if no one could get up, then they could just pull it straight out of the fridge and plop it on some plates and just eat and be done for the day, or for the evening, or the lunch. But if they wanted to warm it and have some nice crusty bread or something with it, of course that was an option as well. Okay, so here we go. Here's how it looks. And I gotta tell you, it really smells good. I may actually pull a little aside and eat it all up for myself. So then on the front eye, we've got the vegetable stir fry. It's going really well. Sauce is making a nice kind of juice down the bottom of the pot. Of course, still it looks really, really beautiful. And we're gonna ladle it over the rice. And of course, using a ladle, so we have plenty of those wonderful juices and flavors. Here we go, up and over the rice with plenty of sauce. Here we go. Now the very last step, of course, is to take some nice roasted peanuts, sprinkle across the top, and there you go. A complete protein, vegetables, rice, and deliciousness for a dear friend. So the pasta is finally nice and infused. I just hit it with a little more sea salt. I'm gonna give it a little crack of pepper. A nice spin around the pot. One more layer of olive oil, just to make sure it doesn't stick and get really sticky there in the dish as long as it sits there. And I'm going to grab our dish and plate it up. Here you have a couple of options, of course. I'm going to put a nice layer of veggie cheese on top, but feel free to use dairy cheese if that's your thing. Or, put a layer of chicken nuggets and another layer of sauce. Bake it. You can make a Parmesan, whatever you want, but it's delicious and nutritious. So, from my family to yours, from the cave to your home, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time on Barbie and the Caveman. Bye. Good leg. Say bye.